Good morning. As you can tell, Jaylene just rolled out of bed.
Literally.
Literally. I've been up for a minute. This time change, I'm not
So did I get an extra hour of sleep?
technically, but, well, not really, because the time change was the other day. Yesterday. When was the time change?
Yesterday.
So this is the second day of the time change.
I think so.
And so,
So it still feels like an extra hour of sleep.
Kinda, because we still fell asleep around the same time we normally would. But I think the thing that I don't like now is it's going to start getting dark early. And I don't like that. I like to have a lot of light. Like summer is my favorite time. You can get a lot done. Now, you got to get a lot done in a shorter amount of time. And I hate it. I don't like it. We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
A good conversation here. So I'll keep it rolling. So this time change is kind of kicking our butt. We got to get used to that. The 100-day challenge is 100% officially over. We did the reveal to Granny. You guys will be seeing that tomorrow, probably. You guys will know if you're watching this. We'll upload it. You'll watch it before the daily vlog comes out today. And I want to spend a lot of time editing the Granny reveal video because that's a big thing to us. That's the end of the 100 days. It's something that we'll be able to remember forever, and I just want to spend a little time on it. So today we'll take you around. We're gonna kind of talk about us staying in the camp house. I was shocked. My dad's been saying it, and Jaylene has said, I will not stay in that camp house.
From day one, I said I would never live in that thing. There's
Ever.
No way. And I told Jason, a part of me, I am blown away at how well it came out. And I told him, I wouldn't even mind living in there, just to live in there, not do a tiny house.
And I was like, oh, what?
But hold on, we've already talked about why we wouldn't live there, and
it's not ours.
My thought process was that
the cat is sneezing over there.
She has upper respiratory issues.
Yep, she's our problem child.
You're a problem child. You talk about her beautiful children like that?
Yeah. You can hear her.
My thought process with that was, we took that piece of junk and made it into something beautiful. And it was just, and the thing about the camp house is it was just old. And it was, worn down over time, just like anything else would be. No one, was living in it. And so it just didn't get kept up with. And so we tried our best to make it into something beautiful. I do believe that we accomplished that.
I think it turned out better than I thought because of our budget.
Yes. Also, that too is the fact that we hardly, we spent money, we put money into it, but we didn't put everything that we had into it. But where I was going with that is, it was beautiful and it is beautiful. If we could do that to that camp house, I can only imagine what we could do building our own house from the ground up.
Yeah, with new materials, or not even all new materials. We've actually started looking at stuff and
trying to just find materials.
We potentially already have all the windows. Potentially. Mm-hmm. We haven't said anything. We still need to ask
you guys
somebody.
Are the first to know.
But it's a lot of windows. And so it'll be used stuff, but new stuff at the same time. But it'll just, if anyone has ever done any building ever, you know that it's easier to build from the ground up than to tear something old apart and try to fix it. Because it's just a nightmare. Because it's like a car. Once you start fixing one thing, something else breaks. Something else breaks. Something else breaks. It's like getting old. And you know nothing about that, huh? Yeah, the cat's still over there, huffing and puffing.
Call me Peter Pan.
Pervert?
Peter Pan.
You're a pervert?
Are you saying Peter Pan's a pervert?
Yes.
Why?
Because he goes and flies around with little kids.
He is a little kid.
Nah, at heart.
he never grows old. He's a kid.
So
what do you guys think? Do you think Peter Pan
is
a
truly a
pervert?
pervert? Yeah, he's a Michael Jackson. And so maybe we lost some subscribers there. I'm not sure, or gained some.
Hey, we love Michael Jackson.
I don't.
I like his music.
I never listened to his stuff.
Me and Jessica used to put on the Michael Jackson playlist on demand, and just whenever we would clean her mom's house, and just jam out.
The only time I ever listened to Smooth Criminal
was by Alien Ant Farm.
Yep, a cover. But yeah, we are pretty excited to stay in the camp house for a little bit, not long. We're not taking over. We can't take over. It's the family house. But the reveal with Granny, we'll give y'all a little insight, I guess, before the big video comes out. But my cousin, she has 7 kids or 8 kids. It's hard to keep up, to be honest. And she didn't want the young ones on video, which is extremely acceptable.
And understandable.
Yeah, and understandable. They're young kids on the internet, and it would be different if it was like, if we already had kids and it was on the internet and she kind of could see like, okay, well, nothing bad has ever happened. There's some creeps on the internet, and we get creeps in our comment section and stuff just talking bad about us. So
they find us on Facebook and Instagram,
and so we respected her wishes, and we just said, okay, well, we got the reveal of Granny. You know, we got some special moments and stuff like that, and I think it's going to be a good video.
But we didn't do a whole lot of filming with the family.
With the entire family, and I was a little disappointed, to be completely honest, because the footage would have been so awesome with all the kids playing. We roasted marshmallows, rode the 4-wheeler.
And I think that's it too, is like, yes, you kind of feel this sense of disappointment because we had so much fun.
Yes. And it would have been such a cool experience to show. But on the other hand, I was kind of relieved. I actually was able to enjoy.
Live in the moment.
Yes. And not have a camera in someone's face. And these kids range from like not newborn, but how
toddler.
Like 1, 2 years old up to
16,
17 years old. And this was one of the first times I've ever hung out with them. And I know that sounds terrible, but I've lived in Dallas for the last, 15 years or whatever, their whole lives. And anytime I came down, it's not like I really had time to go visit the rest of the family. So it was such a cool and surreal moment to hang out with these kids. And I found out that we are 100% no way possible ever could it be that they are not blood related to us. We all like to burn stuff, climb windmills, ride 4-wheelers. I mean, it's like we knew each other forever. It was so strange but awesome at the same time.
I don't know if all of them watch the Crockers, but one of them does watch the Crockers religiously, and she wants to be a YouTuber. And of course her mom said yes, that someday, but right now you're just not old enough. And I don't know, it felt like I knew them forever too. Like it felt super comfortable. I had a lot of fun, and it's funny. Their mom, she came and sat down next to me. She said, "So tell me about your family." And I said, "Well, I'm one of 8." And
it was instant like bond. Like, I know how you feel.
So I mean, I had a great time, and then you'll see Granny's reaction, and it was just
priceless,
a beautiful day full of family. We made memories.
Jared showed up.
Yes, and
it was we knew about it, but my parents didn't know, and he did a surprise, and he put that out on his channel. So that was a big moment. My granny didn't know he was coming, so that was a big moment. I think it took my granny a couple of minutes to realize that it was Jared. So that was kind of funny. But it was just a really cool experience. It was a different experience than I thought. Going through the whole 100 days, I thought the last day the reveal was going to be something completely different.
I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know. We didn't really.
Well, in my mind, the image I kept seeing was something totally different. And I'm glad it played out the way it played out. And I just remember sitting there at the end of the day, looking at my granny, and said this 3 months of working out here was worth the 3 hours of the entire 4 generations being together. It was totally worth it. It was a lot of hard work. Jaylene and I hit rock bottom. We were broke. We have a little money now, so it got better. But we had no water. We had no electricity. We had just a rough time. We had a lot of work. We were sweating. Dad was out here a lot doing the same thing. Matt came out and helped. And I think everything that we went through was 100% worth it for Granny's reaction. I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was telling Jason yesterday, like, I'm just really, really happy right now, and I have been the past week was very brutal, and it kicked our butts, like, big time.
But it's the happiest we've been in a long time.
Yeah, and I am proud of, what we did at the camp house, and I am looking forward to building our own tiny house, and I think it's going to be awesome to be able to stay in the camp house, even just for a couple months, while we build, and it's like, going from this trailer to that camp house the way it is now.
I feel like we hit the lottery.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't moved in yet, but I already feel like we hit the lottery.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And so I just thought the reaction of everybody coming out was super cool. The kids ran around like they were in like Chuck E. Cheese or something, running around the house looking at it, and they were so excited. And so to be able to see the next generation literally be excited about it was freaking awesome.
Their reactions were just
priceless.
Yeah, exactly how you would want someone to react.
It's like you hid toys all over the house and told the kids, whatever toy you find is yours. That's how they ran around. It was just like, look at this. This is so different. They were just, and they knew the smallest detail, and that was the craziest thing. Like, we left a light switch that had a clown on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just a light switch.
And every single one of them was like, oh my gosh,
I'm so glad you left that. Like, that was the icing on the cake. And Ava's, you don't pick favorites. But Ava, she's got a good spot in my heart. She came up, and she is way beyond her years. She's super intelligent.
I think they all are.
Yeah, these kids are just unreal. But she's like 10 years old. She comes up and says, you know what? Y'all nailed it in this house. It's rustic, but modern at the same time. And I was just like, what in the world? This is like what we kept talking about. We're just like, we want to go with like,
10 years old,
she's 10.
And this is what she said.
And I was just like, this is like a 30-year-old trapped in a 10-year-old's body. Like, this is crazy. But that made me feel so good that a 10-year-old came in and
she appreciated that.
Yes. And so I thought that was awesome. So you guys will be seeing the reveal video tomorrow. I'm going to work on it all day today. We're going to film another video today, kind of fill you in on the spot we picked to build our house, talking about the camp house and other projects, big announcements. So it's going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for watching Coffee with the Crockers this morning, for literally watching Jaylene roll out of bed and get on camera. So, we will see you guys tomorrow. We are officially over with 100 days, and we will be posting 5 days a week. And we're trying to get internet out here, so maybe even more than that.
Yep.
So, at least 5 days a week. Guys, thank you so much for everything. I think we have like 1,200 subscribers.
Something like that.
Insane. I never expected that on Coffee with the Crockers. So, and then the live chat went awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. So if you guys want another live chat, comment down below. Let us know what days work the best for you. Or if, when was that? Saturday?
Sunday.
That was
Sunday.
Okay, I guess it was Sunday. Let us know if that was a good day or what.
Weekends, weekdays, what time.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.